Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, I'm Fathiya, a student of the English Education Department at Silwang University. In this video, I will share my reflection on my experience taking the Critical Discourse Analysis or CDA course for one semester. This video aims to show my understanding of the concept, learning experience, and how I see the application of CDA in the world of education. What is CDA and why is it important? Critical discourse analysis is an approach that studies how language is used to maintain or challenge power in a social context. I was introduced to four approaches, namely Van Dijk, Verklo, Wodak, and Van Leeuwen. Each approach teaches that language is not only a means of communication, but also a reflection of ideology and power relations in society. In the context of education, CDA is very important to train critical awareness of hidden message behind the text. Next is learning experience. The teaching method in this class really supports my understanding. The lecturer not only explains the theory, but also gives real examples such as news for us to analyze. We are also given the opportunity to discuss in groups, which allows me to understand the perspective of other friends and broaden my perspective. One of the important moments for me was when analyzing a news article with the Fairclough approach, which taught me to see the text not only in terms of structure, but also the social practice behind it. I found that text can reproduce social inequality in very subtle ways, such as word choice or sentence structure. And I'm also interested in Van Leeuwen's approach that focuses on social representation. When analyzing educational texts, I realize how the roles of students and teachers are formed through certain narratives, and how this can influence educational policies. Next is personal reflections. For the first is change in perspective on text. Before taking this course, I tended to view text as something neutral. However, now I realize that every text contains certain values and interests. This makes me more careful in receiving information. And then I face some challenges. My main challenge is applying quite complex theories to practical analysis. Sometimes I feel confused about where to start, and I had a strategy to overcome this. I started to create my own analysis framework and try to simplify the analysis question based on the approach learned. This method turned out to help me be more focused and confident when presenting the result of the analysis. Next is implication for teaching. This experience made me realize that in the teaching and learning process, students need to be guided to not only understand language structurally but also ideologically. As a prospective teacher, I want to encourage my future students to think critically about text, especially that they consume every day through social media and online news. CDA can be a tool to develop students' critical thinking skills and shape their awareness of social issues. No less importantly, teachers must provide space for students to express their personal opinions. Thus, students can develop their own opinions and not just imitate the opinions of others. In conclusion, I would like to emphasize that taking the critical discourse analysis class has really opened my eyes to the power of language. I learned that originality in thinking and writing is very important, especially in the academic world. By thinking critically, we not only understand the text, but also the environment around us. Thank you for listening, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.